everyone, this is Maki. Let's have a casual chat today. Recently, the first Gundam Gunpla was released in Japan. A new version of the real great Gunpla has hit the shelves. This Gundam, which played the main role in the original series, is very important to Bandai and Sunrise. Therefore, many fans expected it to be a very high-quality product. Many people are considering buying the real great Gundam. Today, let's look at the elements that have become a topic among Japanese fans and the opinions of designers who have worked on Gundam. In my personal opinion, this Gunpla seems to be very recommendable for those who are building a Gunpla for the first time. There are some elements that might bother some people, but these are aspects that only deep fans would care about. So let's take a look. Press the subscribe button to start the Gundam combination sequence. Don't forget to press the like button and the bell button. If you press the buttons correctly, the Gundam will be completed successfully. The overall impression of the real great Gundam is quite positive, especially regarding its range of motion. Many people have said I was amazed, and I felt the advancement of technology. It can almost certainly reproduce the action scenes shown in the series. So what are the concerns? One aspect is the impression that it feels like a metal build designed as a Gunpla. Metal Build is a brand of high-end figures based on characters from Robot Anime. There are similar product lines like Robot Spirits. Both are products sold by Bandai, the same company that makes Gunpla. The distinguishing feature of Metal Build is its pursuit of beauty as a statue, with unique interpretations and arrangements. Robot Spirits, on the other hand, focuses more on recreating the appearance seen in the anime. This is the difference between Metal Build and Robot Spirits, and each has its own strengths. The real great Gundam has parts that look like holes in various places. These parts seem to be used to connect the armor to the frame. Of course, these parts were not shown in the anime. Some fans expressed concern about the parts that look like holes. Others viewed them positively, saying that these parts are the sense of realism, like industrial products. This is not a matter of superiority, but rather a matter of preference. However, those who want a Gunpla that looks exactly like the anime should consider this aspect. Another interesting feature about this metal build-like arrangement is the ability to store the handles of a beam rifle and beam saber on the shield. The beam saber can be stored on the shoulder, but it can also be interpreted as allowing spare parts to be mounted on the shield. Many mobile suits that appear later in the Gundam series often have weapons mounted on their shields. It's interesting to think that such structural genes were already present in the first Gundam. Next up is the Vulcan Cannon. This seems to be something that caught the eye of many people. The main issue is the color. In the TV anime, the Vulcan Cannon was painted yellow. Specifically, the area around the muzzle was painted yellow. In the older version of the real great Gundam, it was designed with the interpretation that the barrel was painted gold. In the new real great Gundam, the barrel is designed with the interpretation that it is painted black. If you prefer yellow or gold Vulcan Cannon, you have to combine it with the older real great Gundam or paint it yourself. In addition, if you want to create a more unique Gundam, you might find it interesting to paint the horn yellow or gold. The horn on the first Gundam is painted white. However, there are scenes in the TV anime and promotional illustrations from the time the anime was aired where the horn is painted yellow. While this was technically a mistake by the production staff, the existence of a Gundam with a yellow horn was accepted by the creators as a unique personality different from the original design. In later Gundam series, there are red Gundams with yellow or gold horns. There are parts that look like holes in different parts of the body. The Vulcan cannon is painted black. Considering these 2 points will help you decide whether to buy it or not. Finally, let's take a look at the designer's opinion. This is by Mr. Keiichiro Katagiri. He was one of the staff members involved in the design of the Gundam in the Seed series. He shared his thoughts on his X. The inner frame of the latest Gunpla. As a frame structure for a toy, I think it's the best choice. However, the distinguishing feature of the first Gundam is its semi-monocoque frame. The semi-monocoque frame is characterized by the absence of an inner frame. I hope that one day we will see a Gunpla that fully reproduces the semi-monocoque frame. The real Great Gundam is also described as recreating the semi-monocoque frame in promotional images and videos. However, for designers who strive for precision, it seems that it has not yet been fully reproduced. Of course, Mr. Katagiri is not just being negative as a professional. He understands the primary goal of making it a product that many people can afford. That's why he rates it as the best choice. The semi-monocoque frame is a structure based on the exoskeleton of insects, but with a frame structure that is slightly closer to the human skeleton. A frame structure closer to the human skeleton is realized by the movable frame structure. This system is adopted by the mobile suits that appear in Zeta Gundam, the sequel to the original Gundam. Mr. Katagiri has published a diagram illustrating his thoughts on the semi-monocoque frame as a designer. I hope to provide opportunities to explain such detailed topics as well. In this diagram, the structure includes drive components within the exoskeleton-like frame. Of course, it should be noted that this is Mr. Katagiri's interpretation and does not fully match the official setting. However, the point that the first Gundam adopts a semi-monocoque frame structure and does not use a movable frame structure is officially documented. The fact that the real Great Gundam adopts a structure close to a movable frame to make it a viable product may be a concern for those who respect deep settings. However, the ability to pose freely thanks to high technology is undoubtedly a significant advantage. I hope this information is helpful to those who are considering purchasing the real Great Gundam. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next episode.